have ourselves the third stream game of the day, the cloth game, our second one. The second semi-final between Asgardians and Warriors, or Warriors Samurais, the amalgamation. Yeah, I mean, slightly interesting from my perspective to have seen Warriors play without it for the last few rounds and then have them back. A very, very strong addition to the team. But regardless, game is underway.
Oh, and Jark is the first one out from Asgardians.
That is
Donnie finding a good one on him there.
Oh, yeah. Don is going to be a real game changer today for the Warriors. Very dangerous cloth player. Marcus McLaughlin going for a counter and, you know, just really not endangering anyone with that one.
Not finding it there, is he?
A good effort. He's trying his best. We hope. Zahara dropping her ball. Maybe a little bit nervous.
Alistair not finding that hit there.
A nice collective duck from Jared and Ali at the same time.
Now we have Jimmy in the centre there, who is one of the newer players to the team. Oh, Zahara finding a very nice hit on Marcus there. Really unfortunate for Marcus there, looking quite disappointed in himself.
He's shaking his head. He knows we're about to get stuck into him. And it's going to be a long game for you, brother, if you keep doing that. But 6 players to 4 with ball advantage on 6 players to 3.
Oh, Zahara and Ali
6
making
players to 2. I thought, yeah, Jared looked to trade Don there, just missing. I'm guessing the sound was him hitting like Matt Erdley on the side. And now it's Gabby and Jared versus 6 players. We don't have set clocks, but every set in clock goes for a maximum of 3 minutes. So there's about a minute and a half left.
Do you have your predictions on who you think is going to win?
Initially, Jared is kind of smurfing now. And he takes it. Oh no. And Jared cleans him up, which means that Asgardians drop that set. But getting back to what you said, my initial prediction was Asgardians to beat Warriors. Having seen the changed roster, I'm a little bit more inclined to just think Warriors will pick this out. Obviously, I'm biased being a previous Asgardian player. I'd love to see Asgardians get over the line. But, yes, Jenny and Jimmy are very, very strong additions to the team.
Absolutely, and I think that's going to make the biggest difference here. Now, on the Asgardian side, though, you do have 2 Worlds players from last year, being Marcus and Jared.
Yeah.
As well as actually on the other side with Georgia Wynn and Donald Brown.
Yeah. An even Stevens match for Worlds representatives in cloth. Yeah, definitely some high caliber players on court. And also just some good up-and-coming players. Jane Cameron is one of the most underrated cloth players, I think, at the moment. She is a maniac for getting catches and very well-timed counters. Ooh, committing a few balls there.
But that's what happens when you make those Wednesday trainings. You get good like Jane has. It
exactly.
makes all the difference.
Jack, another person that's picked up cloth this year. And
Marcus finding a nice hit there.
Yeah, a little snick catching Daniel Kim. Starts to set
good
well.
Integrity from Daniel there.
I've actually found that. I found that a lot today. There've been a lot of honesty about nicks, which I always appreciate.
Oh, Johnny getting a great catch there, which is what we expect from Donald Brown.
He is just a very solid all-round player. Tom Berry stick on the foot there and doing the correct thing, placing the ball on the ground.
He's such a tall boy, though. You know, it's hard when you've got those tall boys there to get down.
It's a little bit easier. I can speak from being a tall, skinny white boy.
So you're saying he should have done the turn to the side?
Yes, yes, the go paper thin.
Paper thin.
It has been working a lot in the last 2 games. Ooh, yeah, Jimmy, when you're getting counted from both wings, pretty difficult to get out of that.
Oh, good movement from Jenny there.
Oh, no.
Shark finding a
Jack's throw.
So the catch did count, though, because Jared came in.
I think he got snicked.
I see.
Or maybe the invalid throw, who knows? Because his throw did go quite wide, and yeah, there are a few rule variations with cloth. Look, I'll be honest, they're a little bit wacky. Tobacco, and I'm not a fan of all of them.
I'm going to be real honest. I do not know the rules of cloth. I've tried it, and I went, these are too many rules for me. So will I know exactly what's happening today? No.
Yeah,
that is okay.
Sometimes people are out just because they're out. And you don't need an explanation.
You don't need an explanation. I trust the refs in their discretion.
Yeah. Don taking out Marcus very well there. Unfortunately, Marcus left with no ball means that, Don can dial in on that. Gabby safely behind the ball. One good thing about cloth I do like is that finger blocking is allowed, so you can be very safe defensively.
The other good thing about cloth is the side with the more players at the end of 3 minutes win the set.
Yes.
So really they could just play for time here.
There is nothing worse than, a massive 1v1 or a, 2v1 that no one can close out. So luckily for cloth, 3-minute time sets and the amount of players at the end of the set determines the winner. Very good movement from Gabby Fusco.
Now, do we have a 3-minute set timer on this screen? No,
we do not have the technological capabilities for that today. We're already struggling enough with the camera, but it is.
We do the best we can here.
It's in the works. Nick being respectful that not wanting to shag the ball and take out Rosie is pretty appreciated by him.
Appreciated by Rosie, hated by his team.
Exactly. And that's fingers. That's clean. And
Asgardians have the...
Oh, that's time.
This is what we were just
Jared,
speaking about.
I would not be lipping. It is Saddle semi-finals. Please do not say, where's the count over and over. Because unfortunately, yellow cards are a bit more prevalent in finals. So.
Sometimes we just can't help ourselves, though. They get a bit mouthy.
Yes, there's a few players on court that just because they're experienced and seasoned cloth players, they played at Worlds, they like consistency and,
Absolutely.
I guess consistency is the right word for rules. So when it doesn't, it's not in their perfect idea of the rules, they get a little bit antsy.
And, we do understand that, but, South Australia is new to cloth for this season of Saddle, so...
A bit of leniency. We've tried using this Saddle season as almost like a development season, because like you said, the first season of competitive cloth. Wednesday cloths have really taken off now, so there's a lot more involvement, but still a grassroots sport, for sure. A team catch taking out Jacques, and Jimmy still getting collected in the aftermath, and Marcus taken out as well. Ooh, a good pre-counter. And Jared taking out Jenny.
Now, this is another interesting rule in cloth, is that when you get hit, you do need to place the ball down where you have been hit, which changes that ball control.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, the lights have gone out. This game was too hot to handle. I'm back on.
Lights.
Back on.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was a power outage because our computer just froze. So that was scary. But
now, Poodle, which I believe is Preston, says
no. That was from literally the first game.
That was from the first game.
And that's what's a Preston.
It is Preston. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the rebound catch. Ali throws it Daniel Kim. And what happened there? He blocked the ball back. But because he's blocked the ball, some cloth rule says that blocked ball is actually a throw. It counts as a throw.
Oh.
It's called a block attack. I only learned this the other day because I was reading up on the rules to ref. And it's called a block attack. So the catch means that he's actually out. It counts as a throw. Player comes in and Ali gets the catch. And now he gives up a catch. So
I see, these are the interesting rules in cloth that you just don't know unless you play. Such a quirky
I
game.
don't play, and I don't plan on ever playing again. So I only learned this because I had to ref, and I wanted to pull someone up on it. I won't name names, but they play for Gorillas, and they might have played for Worlds.
But the big spicy news is coming out. We'll let everyone at home figure that out for themselves.
Yeah, we'll let all 2 people at home figure that out. Preston, I hope you're still listening, but I'd understand if you're not watching. So, 2 players to 1. Warriors with the player advantage. Gabby in a tough situation because both the other players have balls, so they're going to keep blocking the ball back to Gabby and forcing her to keep throwing. They're going to sit behind the balls. They're going to block it again because they can be safe as houses. So
it speaks to that 3-minute rule. They're just playing it down for time to keep those players up on that side.
And so it might almost be worth Gabby looking to throw a little bit wide. Invalid.
Oh, Gabby finding that beautiful Jimmy now. Whoa!
Okay.
Gabby going for the pancake movement. Love that.
Hitting the knees of Jimmy evens it up. Don realizing the pressure.
Got it.
Gabby Fusco.
Gabby finding it. Now, Gabby was not originally going to play this game. Julia Meaden was going to play, from what I heard, but she was sick. But now Gabby,
a last minute call up, super sub Gabby Fusco. Look, I'm going to be honest, literally about a minute ago, I was going to flame her for taking my number when I was on Asgardians. Number 17, it's my lucky number, my favorite number. I was late getting my my shirt orders in.
Yes.
She took 17 from me. I had a little bit of resentment there. But now, you can wear the number. You are a girl boss, and I appreciate what you're doing for Asgardians. So
After
now,
that cool shit, she can do what she wants.
No, 100%. And so now she gives Asgardians the lead. Big 2-ball commit, not resulting in any hits. That was went through Daniel Kim's legs.
Now, we can see the lights have gone off again. We are not sure
There are
what's
some
happening
weird
here.
power issues happening at the facility. I'm going to double check the stream on my phone real quick. Again, if the stream drops out, please let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
Yes. Because unfortunately, yeah, it seems everything about today is scuffed. So we are trying to do our best. We're trying to keep the stream running as much as possible. But yeah, some weird technical issues on our end and on ICA's end. Marcus.
Now, just nicking Marcus's shorts there.
Snicked there. Unfortunate.
Now, an important note here is looking at beautiful Jark's hair into Dutch braids, getting ready for him to participate in the world's greatest shave tomorrow.
Wow. The gorgeous locks to be gone.
Jark finding a beautiful catch on Jenny there.
He can't get rid of his locks. They're giving him power.
He's doing it for a good cause, Lockie.
Look, no, I respect that. Absolutely.
Now, Jark's catch did bring Marcus back in, which could give them the set.
It probably won't change much for those guys, let's be honest here.
This is the Sass Marcus podcast.
Yes. Yeah, for context, we might be a little bit harder on Marcus this game than any of the other players, just because of our personal relations with him. We've not been given permission, but it's not like he can complain. So he's
Exactly
playing
right.
and won't stand to the end of the game. Jimmy, however, getting a hit and a catch, taking out Jark. Marcus, look, if you've got any time to shine, now is probably it.
But we do have Gabby, our star catcher.
Look, I guess that's reassurance for Marcus that he doesn't need to carry all the weight. Just over a minute, called by Jark, of course.
Thank you, Jark, for that update.
Yeah, thanks for actually the information. Ooh.
Oh, finding that slight little...
Yeah, just the stanky leg. He keeps the arms by the side, no reaching.
It was a great move, though. It worked.
It looks clean. 30 seconds, called by Jark. Thank you so much for this. Asgardians need to make a play here. They need to probably target inwards. They need to take out Winnie and Jimmy, I'd say. Or get a big counter on Daniel or Don if they throw. Personally, I don't think Don's throwing.
Now, Marcus just tried to do what you just said, trying to go for Georgia there, but having Don as your opposing wing is not easy.
Yeah, Don is intensely holding on to all of these balls by the looks to lock down Marcus and, keep the play advantage going. Marcus, unfortunately, running out of time, which gives the set over to Warriors. But look, the valiant effort, he only had 10 seconds to really get 3 hits there, or like a hit and a catch. So he was doing his best.
It's a tricky thing to do.
Yeah, that's always really tough.
So far, quite a tight game. 4-4 each. We'd like a tight game. It's no fun when one, side is completely destroying the other.
Yes, I think it's good to see that the semi-finals have been so evenly matched. Especially the SADL2 finals, both of them were 1 set difference. One of them going into sudden death and the other, won by Sabres in the last set to bring it to a 1 set deficit, but both very valiant efforts from the SADL2 teams. Even the SADL1 game, for the last commentary one, it was close for that first half. Sunrise West did run off with it, but, when Nikki's got an 80% accuracy rate, you can't really beat that.
No, and especially Sam's being Sam's, you know how others play.
It's an interesting dynamic because they obviously train together. They're all very good camaraderie with each other. So it's always interesting having a little club rivalry. The showdown. Valkyries v Vikings always have a good time. Warriors.
Oh, Marcus finding a nice catch there.
Snicks Jenny, gets the catch on Zahara. A 2-player swing.
And quite a dangerous player there.
And Jared doing his best to neutralise Don and try and create a threat. Woo, Gabby.
Gabby's coming with those big throws there.
Yeah. I've always found it difficult to throw the cloth balls because obviously they're much larger Oh, great pre-counter from Marcus. I hate to give credit to him, but I'll do it.
Do you know, he works best when he's filled with rage, and that last set he walked up a little bit upset, so using that to really work his advantage.
And I figure, open target right in front of him. That's an easy stat pattern right there. And not wanting to... Ooh.
Oh, Jimmy, again, a big noodle boy. Those thin movements that he has, not really showing that there, the Woodside.
No. Unfortunately, he was very stationary there. Wasn't using the noodle movements that he's so known for.
Now, perhaps because he hasn't played cloth for a while, he's not used to how the balls, because they do get thrown a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So perhaps not being able to find that correct movement there.
They hit the body differently. They're thrown differently. They move differently. It's a very different game. Go figure.
Absolutely. And if you haven't played for a while, it's fair enough to be a bit rusty.
Yes. Look, I'm sure most players would not back themselves against Marcus as well. You know, a previous Worlds competitor for Australia, you know, not bad at cloth, I'd say. Him and Jared going up together. That's a clean bounce just in front of Don. And he's caught a bad shag, so he's rolled that one over.
We do love the integrity of Donald Brown, a very honest player.
Ooh, that was quick. That could have very quickly turned the set, but Jared, lucky not to get caught there, and closes out that set. And look, it's been like, set for set, Asgardians keeping the trend up and getting that first set again. If I guess history to repeat itself, Warriors will get this set, but with 4 minutes left in the half. Ooh.
No, I believe that was maybe
a false start from Warriors.
Which means that the other team, the opposing team, gets to start with that extra.
Yeah, they get that center contested ball, which means then they can then pressure the balls that normally the other team rushes for. So a false start in cloth is very, very costly. And
taking out the strongest player on that side, Donald.
And look at that, Marks with another follow-up, trying to make sure that they don't have ball advantage. Jark passing a second to Jared, then quickly back across. Ooh. Oh, and it bounces before Marcus.
Oh. Now, one of my favourite things in cloth is you can do a suicide move where you jump over that middle ground.
Yes.
Will we see one this round?
I know Jared. Oh my goodness! Look at that. Just quad strength, core strength, back strength. Really trying to take a bow. But yes, the leap of faith. It's a very risky move. Obviously, you are leaving the neutral zone of court, and in the air you have to throw and hit a player on the opposing team. If you don't get a hit, you are lined out. You are out of the boundaries of the court. But if you get the hit, you're still in, and you have to hightail it back to your zone. So
now it just looked fantastic when done right.
Yes.
Not very often done right though.
No. It's also very, very intimidating if you're on the receiving end.
Yes.
You have someone like a Mr. Alex Russell.
I was just thinking about Alex Russell.
Yes, he's had a few mentions in the commentary box today. Yeah, someone like that, a big throw, someone that's quite athletic and can jump far, even Jacques, because he can jump so far and throw so hard, it's scary.
It is scary. Now, I do remember being at Worlds and watching Alex Russell do a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And the chant at Worlds was, Alex Russell, full of muscle. And it was excellent. I don't know who thought of that, but it was
smart.
It was smart and quite catchy.
Jared, without a ball on the wing there, unfortunate, but he got the catch on Don, and then hit, catch, Jacques and Jared tearing up. This set is rocket. It's been 20 seconds, and there's been four outs.
This is quite the turnaround from Asgardians, because the last couple sets have gone quite quickly with them taking out their players very, very quickly and efficiently.
Oh, and Marcus, too low for Georgia to catch that. Jared, not troubled by that. Surprised he didn't call for an invalid there.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
Now, Jenny is a very agile gal, so not surprising that she can dodge.
Very small.
She is a wee lass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the hold from Jared. The smart play there. Forcing Jenny to throw is always smarter here. Oh, I'm scared. Unfortunately, you'll see a lot of those, these point-blank rockets.
Which is another reason why I do not play cloth.
Yeah.
You are too close for comfort in my
The balls do travel slower because they are bigger, they're heavier, they're harder to throw. But
when you get someone with a rocket up an arm, it does not matter.
Again, I didn't mention they're heavier, which means they hurt like a mother effer.
Yes.
I'm going to hold the colourful words as much as I can. They're going to hurt like a mother effer. And yeah, I've been headshot by them and I could have sworn I broke my nose. It was not a good time.
I would actually prefer a headshot to right in the fingers, where I've seen fingers with a beautiful right angle.
Yes. But because there is only 30 seconds left in this half, they will be playing a final 90-second set. That is the typical rule.
Well, I'm happy that you know those rules, Lockie, because I certainly do not. That's why we keep you around.
If they finished the set with 1 second remaining, there would have been a 90-second set after that. So they play until 1 second. That is a consistent saddle rule.
Yes.
But the final set of a half will always be 90 seconds of death. Just so that there's actually some time to play. And you can't really do sudden death in the sense of no blocking. So
yes.
They speed up the game in some areas, but slow it down by, sometimes extending halves. But
Cloth, watch a crazy game.
It's too much. Oh, taking out Jimmy, but Don, patient as ever.
Marcus.
And yeah, just taking out Marcus very cleanly. Almost curved it around Jimmy. A sneaky shot there. And Tom Berry. Another like on and off Cloth player, Tom Berry. He does love his Cloth, and it's good to see him back because his throwing technique that he brings from foam actually works quite well for Cloth. Because rather than trying to use a bent elbow and like a strong wrist forearm action, he uses kind of like a cantilever trebuchet action, if you will, or catapult. And it works quite well for Cloth.
And he does have that very big wind-up, which you said works well for Cloth.
Yeah.
Not so much for foam, but great for Cloth.
Yeah. Oh,
there it is.
Protect the president from Jenny Tran there. I've seen Georgia Wynn do that a lot, Jenny. I'm surprised.
I am surprised that I saw Jenny do that.
Oh, is that time out? Yeah, time and a draw because of the even plays. Look at that.
So that means that you do get 1 point each.
Yeah, that final hit must have been like the last second or something. That was crazy.
That was a bit unusual. There are some players on court also looking quite confused, but we trust the refs' discretions. There are 2 on there.
Yes.
2 very seasoned refs.
Yes. Absolutely trust them. And it's funny that the shagger, Michael Goldfinch, after having played the SADLC game, he was the one that knew the most about the actual scenario, what was happening. Marty was pointing like one finger up for both sides, and it was like, well, do we hold? What's going on? So, anyways, we have at halftime 11-5 Asgardians. Wait, I'm going to be honest. This is not how I saw the first set.
This is not
first
what
half
we predicted.
Going. Because, and yeah, those first 4 or 5 sets, they were all, it was set for set. It was 2-0, it was 2-all, it was 4-2, it was 4-all, 6-4. And then it got carried away a bit for Asgardians. They built up some momentum. Marcus has, again, I hate to toot his horn, but he's been playing well. He's been getting 2 to 3 hits a set. And look, if you're talking from a gaming perspective, he's got a positive kill-death ratio. So he's certainly doing the work for his team. That makes his team's life easier. So
absolutely. And, Asgardians have been quite consistent in who they have on court in their Cloth games. And I, do think that does make a difference when you've got that practice and, gelling well as a team.
Actually, yeah, you bring up a good point. Perhaps the chemistry of the Asgardian players is outdoing the chemistry of the amalgamated Samurais Warriors. Because, the last few rounds were played by only Warriors players, despite being amalgamated for, I think, the first 4 rounds.
I believe so.
They still played a lot of Cloth together, and, Wednesday Cloth trainings and other Cloth avenues. Everyone has played with each other to some extent, but a big focus for Asgardians has been creating a regular roster of team members, and barring, obviously, Julia Meaden out today, the 7 players, the 7 players they have all played the entire season together. Some of them,
you can bounce well off of each other, so it's I think it's showing. I think it's showing a big difference.
Yep, absolutely. But it's good to see that, and I do rate that for Asgardians. They've spent the entire season, and they had a rocky start to the season. There's no doubt. I think their first game was against Samurais Warriors. I think they got hammered.
Did they?
Yeah, I do believe.
We should have a list of stats up here with us next time.
Yeah, I'll have to maybe pull up some of the stats in a little bit, but I think I did that game for stats or commentated the game. Either way, I was involved to some degree. But Asgardians, they've been really big on development. Like I said, Jack, Jane, Ali, even Gabby, all fresh to Cloth this season. But they've all been put into yards. They've all been playing together. And now it looks like, well, one, they're having fun. Two, they're up by 3 sets at the moment.
A very positive team indeed.
Yes. I think it always helps to have some star players like Jared and Marcus. And they work together super well on opposite wings. But someone like Ali, who's also a very good winger in foam, as we both know, having played with him a few seasons, he's turned out to be like a pretty cracked cloth player, I found.
Again, when you put in that effort and you grind, it does make that biggest difference.
I've started the timer a little bit late, but we'll probably only be about 20 seconds out. It looks like the electronic scoreboard at Stepney has also been broken, so unfortunate, but not a problem.
Because you have the score on the screen if you're watching at home.
Jared not able to clutch that one, and looks like Jenny, took out Marcus. 2 big hits.
Two big players taken out.
Watch your ankles, Dom. You look like you nearly rolled it. It was very scary.
We do not want to see that today. We're going for no injuries.
Good counters from the wings. Ali nearly, I think it did stick his forehead. Don, obviously apologetic as always. That is something I've it's been a hit or miss with cloth players, especially the season ones, is that these headshots, which can be so devastating at such high velocities or close distances, because, you can be in the neutral zone together. And there are actually rules against dangerous throws, I believe. I don't know the exact ruling. It changes all the time, apparently. But
and also very hard, because if you do have such a fantastic catcher very close to you, you do need to throw it hard enough to hit them, but not hard enough to injure.
And held ball in Zahara. So that's another thing. Rather than advantage being called, there's a set timer to make an aggressive maneuver, and then if you don't meet it, I guess the criteria, you're called to throw all balls except one, or depending on the player. So if you have 4 players, 4 balls, you're called to throw 3.
Another wacky cloth rule for us.
Truly. The list goes on and on. It does my head in. I feel sorry for anyone that has to ref it. And if you enjoy playing it,
good on you.
Good on you, but why? But not my place to say.
I have heard that some people really enjoy the fast-paced nature of this, because arguably it is a bit faster than foam.
Generally speaking, yes. But I have found that there are massive lulls when you get those player advantages, like a 3v1. The common strategy is to just block it back. And for a game that coins prides itself on being a fast-paced 3-minute set game, blah blah blah, it can really slow down quickly.
People do use that time to their advantage in a huge way.
Yes. So,
very tactical moves.
Yeah, the first minute 30 or the first minute can be super fast-paced, hit, all of that. And then the next minute 30 can just be a bit of a snooze fest where you're just blocked or burning of balls, i.e. not like throwing near the player, but aiming to waste the ball.
Now, Lockie, have you explained what is it called when you throw too far away?
The invalid
throw.
Invalid
explain that.
So if you throw a ball and it is I think the new rule is more than 1 meter away from their original position at the time of throwing, it is called an invalid throw. Collecting their markers. So it's just basically to discourage dishonest play where you just don't throw at players. And speeds up the game. You have to be accurate to play. There's a whole conundrum of problems it brings, but I don't know. That won't affect us. Also, best of luck to anyone that's about to catch an ad break. We apologise.
It is.
We will do our best to make sure that everything is spoken, if you can still hear us. But
Asgardian finding the win. Now the score is currently 13-7.
Jared, Jacques, and Marcus all getting, I think, 2 hits that set. Just pretty clean, very fast-paced, and yeah, we've got a nice 3 sets and 6-point lead. Jimmy winning that rush.
They have
from
not
the
won.
right centre.
They have not won very many of the rushes. Sorry, I got a little bit loud in my mic there. Got a bit excited.
Whoa, a big chill call. I don't know how Jenny manages to slide on the knees and feet backwards. Like, she gets velocity.
Jenny is a dynamite player and mover. She's a very experienced player, not experienced in cloth so much. Jenny cussing there. We'll have to give her a yellow card for cussing.
And walking off court, praying, understanding that, running back against Jacques is a tough time.
It's a scary. He is a tall man.
And he's just a big,
and he's a vocal man.
Yes.
He's a very vocal.
His like politeful yet aggressive yelling on court when he's like charging in for a throw, it could make people absolutely lose control of their bowels.
Yes, and yes, absolutely agreed. Scary.
Look, yeah, honestly, I've seen the bravest dodgeball players lose their cool when they see this big man running at them shouting. He's really calling to Odin and Valhalla. They call him the All-Father or the All-Daddy for a reason.
And what else is very interesting about Jacques is it is his birthday today. He is the big 3-0.
Yes, the big cheese turns the big 3-0.
We say happy birthday to Jacques.
We love Jacques. Bless up. And with 4 balls, clipping that, and now Don understanding. Oh. Okay, no, he's checking the time. He's just making sure he's got a bit of time on the set clock left. But Don has to, he has to get a hit or a catch here. Well played, Jane. Oh, wow.
The Shaggy getting a big hit there.
Yeah, from a big throw.
A danger of being a Shagger in either or
1 minute called from Marty. Left in the, ooh. Oh, calling it. Very honest, very good from Jacques. Now 1v1. Oh, that would have been cheeky. Jane Cameron praying for like the basketball throw to work, but unfortunately
did not get it this time.
Well, Don moved out of the way very cleanly and he kept his throw on track despite that. So look, I mentioned at the start of the game, he is a big factor.
And a very seasoned player. And we say hello to Georgia Wynn.
Another fantastic player and a good friend of AD and Saddle.
Also part of the AD social media team.
Exactly.
So
we love the work that she does. Yes. The memes have been on point recently.
The memes have been on point.
Like
very much.
There was the one about rushing against Reinhardt. I actually was cracking up at that because he is the fastest man alive. Those quads get him moving. I
very much appreciated the one about Marcus and Dylan not throwing the fifth ball. If you have not seen me yet, please jump over to Adelaide Dodgeball Facebook page and have a look at the memes.
And the Instagram page. We get around the reels on that too. Please follow all AD socials. Just a casual plug from our end. But let's tune into the other court. It is Gorillas v Sabres in the second semi-final for AD. And it's 5-4. Gorillas way. 3 players for Gorillas against 2 players of Sabres. It's looking like a banger of a game. I just saw like 3 trades there, so.
Oh. Great hit on Tazzy.
Tazzy K.
Very dynamite player. Makes a huge difference.
He's just one of those menaces that's so small and so annoying to hit. I think there was a timeout called there. I didn't stop the clock, so I'll just stop it for a little bit. See how we go. Jimmy pulling out of that.
We are a very distracted commentary team.
There's too much going on.
Oh, we love that sneaky little hit. Jenny asking her players to advise her if a ball's been thrown her way. Eyes in front, Jenny. Eyes in front.
That's on you. That is absolutely
the game.
On you. Because again, you're playing against someone like Marcus, and we know from the memes of AD, follow them on social media. Marcus loves sending it.
He does.
Jimmy, big double off of Marcus's cute little stomach into Gabby's cute stomach as well.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Marcus, he opened up his angle and then it did the perfect 90-degree bounce.
There is nothing worse than getting your own teammate out and bouncing off of you.
Tom Berry and Jacques getting return trades. Jane Cameron taken out by Don, but then Tom Berry taking out Don down the line and Jacques going, Jimmy, get it through. No. And with even Stevens now. Oh, don't let the catch happen. Cheeky. Jacques at the line.
Nice cross.
Thunderbolts that one. That is
Jacques is not here to mess around on his birthday.
He's not here
to Viking braids.
Yeah, he's not here to copulate with spiders. The word I had to look up before to find another word for.
I love that.
So I can control myself now, but I know by grand finals it is going to be a mess. On my end, I don't apologise.
Do we have you commentating every game today?
No, I have a break after this, I believe, which is good. Oh, dead balls. That was a strange bounce, but no, I believe I have a break for next game. I've done all the semis, and then I will do the cloth final, I think, and the Saddle 1 final.
We are very lucky to have you, Lockie, as part of our Saddle community doing this wonderful job.
It's funny that I took the season off playing Saddle. I've ended up being the main commentator, so...
We just could not get rid of you.
Interesting turn of events, but no, you guys could not get rid of me if you tried. Whilst we were absolutely talking bollocks...
As always.
Yeah, you come to expect that from me and Fee. It's just classic. If you know us at all, we are not sane and quiet people. Jack did finish that set, and it's back to another... It's back to set for set, but Asgardians are keeping their 3-set lead now. So this is good. Tom Berry also took the craziest fake where you had to like juggle it to like stop it from falling over the line. Because continuing on from the invalid rule, if you like roll the ball, if you drop your ball and it crosses the center line, that counts as a throw.
Oh,
and you get done for invalid. I learned this the hard way when I was going to my first cloth training because no one told me about it. And then I got out to it and they told me, why didn't you read the rules?
Oh.
So I thought, well, welcome to cloth.
What a silly rule.
That rule does my head in. I think it's the most dumb shiznick ever. God, I'm trying so hard not to swear.
You are doing a great job at not swearing. But with 9 minutes to go, it still could be anyone's game. 9 minutes is a long time.
Yes. 5 players each. Actually, a good thing I do read about cloth, 5 balls. There's the invalid.
We were just discussing
Jimmy Law out.
This is just like when your phone listens to you and then it adds up.
Oh, the dodgeball algorithm is tuned into the commentary box, and Warriors just felt like flies. Don doing a cheeky swap. He wants to take out Jacques. Oh, that was scary.
Oh,
and Jacques, he
Mark
gets the catch.
Coming back in.
Yep. That's what I do love that about cloth. You can catch the ball and just keep the ball there because if it hits your fingers, finger blocks are good, baby. Finger blocks are good.
I do love that about cloth is the finger blocks.
Yeah.
Because it is very hard to not get the balls hit on your fingers, especially if you're somebody who has those big hands.
It would be impossible to block one-handed where you'd be safer. 2 hands, you'd have to do some scuffed as grip. That was a bounce, I believe. And it's looking like...
Marcus adding that pressure.
Oh,
Johnny finding a great catch on Marcus.
I'm curious though, because it's still a lot of work to do. 2 players to 5. I'm curious how much time.
Now, we do need somebody to yell at the time to us because that is what we are.
We don't have Jacques this time. Oh, great last-minute movement.
Great movement, but that is the scary Jacques we were talking about before.
Oh, I was trembling. Ooh.
Oh. Getting a good hit on Jared there.
Oh, Tom Berry.
Oh boy, Tom Berry.
Oh, yes, Tom. 2 balls. Asgardians need to chill. They've got the player advantage. They need to play it slow.
They do need to play for that time.
Yes, that is.
Looks like they are taking that on
exactly
board.
the strategy. So now that Asgardians are doing, I'm happy for it to happen. But is my bias showing?
A little bit, but we don't mind it.
And look, Don trying to replicate the catch from before.
Not quite finding it there.
Which is funny. That first catch he took looked a lot more difficult. He slid across. He was on his side.
I have to say, it was a very sexy catch. The way, the slide, we love all that movement.
Yeah. Look, he's hard on himself, but he's been putting in the hard yards every set, in and out for Warriors.
Our line ref, Caitlin, dropping the whistle on the line there.
Causing confusion.
Now, we are lucky because she is not in the vision of the camera. She is holding her hand up just in case, though. It was very funny from our end.
Ooh, very solid low block from Mr. Tom. I love his stance. Just the big arm back.
He's a man on a mission.
It's kind of intimidating. It's like, damn, he's cocking the arm back, ready to unleash. Was that an illegal? Yes. Because it is finals, you have to be a little bit more serious about balls, going to your team after you've been hit out. Ooh, good shot from Don.
And that was just a little roll off Jared's back.
Yeah. Oh.
Mark has been
He's done well. uncontrolled, but good. Shoelace.
Marcus calling a beautiful shoelace there. We do love when players take care of each other.
You're so courteous sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they need
key word
there.
Is the frequency of his kindness because, well, on Tuesday League, he's probably one of the most menacing people to deal with.
No, that does make sense.
Yeah, that meme of Marcus and Dylan being like absolute senders of the ball. I play men's league with both of them. I'm the shadow to their wing, and I don't touch a ball. I really like, it's like, oh, we've got 3 balls. No, they've just both thrown. All right, Marcus, have another, and he's thrown. So I love it because it's fun, but it's interesting style of play.
And it is, what you come to expect from
but it works.
This team.
Yeah, that's just their play style. Hyper aggression works for a lot of players. Sunrise West, we saw it before in the Saddle 1 game. Even in Cloth, hyper aggression tends to work very well. Ball advantage, Warriors way. I'm hoping Big Don needs to aim inwards here. The big strategy for Cloth is having your centre players throw, because you want your wingers to hold onto a ball, but you want to be targeting those centre players as much as possible. Because someone with a ball is impossible to get past, blocking is too easy in this game. So target the easier players. Look, just pad the stats. Just go for the easy targets. A quick swap of wings. Gabby is a very solid defensive blocker in both foam and cloth. Understandable that Jane wants to go to the centre. Jane, an incredible catcher. I think that dynamic works.
She has made some wonderful catches throughout the season.
She has point blank caught Alex Russell, which
we love that.
I loved it. Georgia win. Big catch. Marcus with a slightly late counter. Georgia had retreated in time. Don with a follow-up catch. The power couple. But, there was a trade of Sahara and Winnie for that. The catch does mean Warriors have one extra player. There's the leap of faith.
Jimmy go for a leap
of faith. He gets the hit. What a bounce back into him. He is out.
He is out. Oh, that is hilarious.
We love cloth rules.
Now, that was a little bit tricky. I think that perhaps thought to maybe touch the line.
I thought they might because that is the rule. Unfortunately, if it touches the line, that is the boundary.
Yes.
Just to make the clarification easier, but look, last minute. That was 2 points to Warriors. It was very last minute, it was in the last second of the set. So understandable that it's caused some confusion.
And very tricky if you don't have a line ref on either side, because being only on one side, it is very hard to view all the way over there.
Yeah, Caitlin, our line ref for this side, is on the other side, so she can't call that, unfortunately.
Yes.
She's as far away as the normal refs to call it, and
absolutely.
Calling line outs as one of those main refs is so difficult. So.
Absolutely. And even as a player, as you're rebalancing yourself, hard to tell.
Well, half time as a player, your eyes are up. You don't want to be looking down at your feet because a lot of people will take that shot at you.
Fun time story. I thought I didn't get out from a line fault. Was called out. When I watched the video back, my hair just flipped over the line. And as an extension of your body.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is absolutely a thing. There it is, the noodle. I told you.
Big boy noodle, Jimmy. Just dodging that.
I love it and I hate it because it works so well, but it shouldn't because it looks so goofy.
It looks very goofy, and as somebody who is not that thin, I certainly cannot use that move. The ass and other assets do not allow.
What your mama gave you.
What my mama gave. Oh, Johnny missing that catch over to the butterfinger moments, as we call it.
That was a great effort to have 3 or 4 attempts at it. I'll give him absolute credit there. But because of that, we're even on players. It is ball advantage to Asgardians. Jacques and T-Berry, who are, T-Berry, a surprisingly underrated person. He, when I do stats for their games, he was getting a lot of hits. So, someone that would sneak around, Jacques, eyes up if he's going to do the gas. Skinny white boy dodge. Skinny noodle dodge, because we've seen it on multiple ethnicities now, so we won't let the white boys just have it.
So now...
I don't think I've ever seen Jacques do the splits. So that was just a bucket list thing anyway.
We do have Asgardians up by 2 players, and with that countdown timer rule, they could have it just on the sheer number of players.
Oh man, I am so bloody hungry. I think I'm going to get a burrito after this game.
I have already had my burrito today. I had it straight after, waiting for me in my bag after my Div 2.
But you haven't met your quota of 3 burritos a day, so...
We're up to 4. We're up to 4.
We love burritos here. Not sponsored.
Making such a good catch
but
there.
Speaking,
trying to get off court.
Speaking of wrapped up. Oh! That's my Tom Berry.
Tom Berry!
Oh my goodness.
We were saying an underrated player before, but here we are.
That was the slipperiest catch ever. Oh,
Jimmy trying for some,
it's just a weird
fancy moves there, not quite finding them.
And Gabby burning that ball well. And look, 4 players to 1. Take the trade, take the trade. Oh!
Marcus, he was already dead.
And in what can only be described as cloth scenes, Jimmy hit from behind as Tom reaches around to avoid throwing the ball and having it bounce back into him.
And then Marcus taking no prisoners for a just-in-case moment and slamming the ball.
I think Jimmy picked up the ball and flicked it at Tom, but it doesn't matter. It's all over. Red Rover.
That was
And just a quick update on the other court. Gorillas just clutched up a big set. It looked like a 1v1 finish. 8 sets to 5. Probably not a whole lot of time left on their court. And yeah, it looks like Gorillas will be going to the grand final to play against Sam's West. Tom Berry getting collected there. And it looks like this will be the final 90-second set, I believe, also for this game, with Asgardians taking it home.
So, to confirm, because I do not know what will it be another 90 seconds after this 3-minute set? Or is this the 90-second set?
This will be the 90-second set. Because it has crossed over into the 0-second area, I believe this will be the 90-second set. In the meantime, it did look like Daniel Kim took a bit of a headshot there. I do hope he's all right. I feel your brother. I've had some very fast cloth balls pegged at me by worse players when I went to what I thought was a casual tournament. It was not.
No.
There were too many tryhards. Thank you, Brandon Leitner. Big shout out. Paddy McGuinness also. I learnt your names because you had it in for me.
Oh dear.
It was a fun learning experience. A steep learning curve. But you know, someone that's gotten over the steep learning curve, Jacques, hit onto Winnie and then a catch on the Sahara, a big play. Don surviving 1v3, looking to redeem himself and redeem the Warriors with one last set. Jacques realizing, screw it, let's just send it. Oh, and a catch.
Oh, we can hear something happening. I think they've won that last.
A held ball?
Perhaps? Not quite sure what is happening.
I think there was... Play ball was called, apparently, I guess in the confusion of a lot of sound from the nearby court and this court after Don's hit. I don't think the players heard it, and so hence I'm not sure what the exact final result of that set was, but I think if play ball's called, the players holding balls are deemed out as held ball, whatever. And because Tom had thrown his ball and got hit out, I think all the players are out for Asgardians. In a very confusing final 5 seconds.
But congratulations to Asgardians who won that game.
Marcus looks very dead. Good on him. Good on the Asgardians. A very valiant effort. Very well played from them.
Now, not what we expected from the beginning.
No, I am very pleased with the result, and I had this predicted before knowing the team rosters had changed. But Asgardians held their own very well, and I think are a testament to showing that chemistry can be more valuable than just, experience at high level.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, unsung heroes in Jane Cameron and Tom Berry, absolutely. Even Gabby, absolutely. Plus that one set,
wonderful
1v2.
having Gabby on, considering, again, she wasn't going to play initially for this round, but coming in as a star player
kudos to her, and kudos to the Warriors. I think well played from all of them. Maybe the Samurais might have been a little bit rustier. Don absolutely gave it his all this game and is, he's one of the best cloth players in SA for a reason, and he deserves everything and all the praise for that game. But the result is final, 19-13, Asgardians way. We will be seeing them versus Gorillas in the finals in a couple of hours. But that's it from us. I'm sure you're sick of us, but tough luck. I couldn't tell you who's commentating next game. It's probably David and Tom.
I think Oh, I thought maybe it was Joe.
Oh, if
But I
Joe is
could be
commentating,
wrong.
you're in for a treat then.
Could be wrong.
Regardless, I'm sure it'll be banger. But I do believe it is the finals for SADLC. So
Okay, we're signing off
stay
now.
tuned. Bye bye.